For holiday platter orders, when people come into the shop, we set people's minds at ease by basically trying to communicate what kind of cheeses they don't like first. And then from there, we have staff favorites and selections that we are very comfortable with, that we speak about with great confidence and credibility. 9.99 times out of 10, this is what fits their selection. This time of the year, we're getting closer into winter now. We try to get people into some of the harder Alpine cheeses, the raclettes, the ones that melt very, very well. Now's the time to think about heavier cheeses. People, they're eating in more, they want that cozy comfort food feeling. We're doing more and more platters for the holidays than ever before. We do deliver island-wide. The platter that you saw had some mignon. We also had some Red Rock from Wisconsin. We have one of my favorites, which is Diabolo from Switzerland. It's cold, it's raining, it's snowing. It's a time to really start focusing more on the bounty of this food that's out there and keeping things very festive. Colors, textures, and flavors. The platters have to look good. It's a work of art. A great deal of thought goes into it, a great deal of design goes into it, a great deal of geometry goes into it as well. There's a lot of choice out there with a lot of great platters that are being made. We want ours to really be our calling card, so it has to have visual texture, it has to have color, balance, it has to have a theme to it as well. We want people, when they go to these parties, when the platters are served, to really get excited about not only the look of it and the festivity of it, but give them the hunger to jump in and devour these beautiful items. We love the feedback that people give when they come for a party and say, "Oh, I had this cheese and I copied it down, and do you have it? It was unforgettable. The presentation was wonderful." We get a lot of feedback, thank God. Of course, we get a huge rush and a huge thrill, satisfaction from hearing about that, but it also helps us be better cheesemongers. It's a great human interaction medium, luxury food, gourmet foods, cheeses. We all deserve a little perk in life, and I think cheese, like ice cream, like really good wine and champagne, are all in that same category.
Thank you. Oh, what do we got here?
Okay. All right. I'm gonna try this first cup.
I'm gonna smell these a little first.
I think the first one is Aldo's.
I'm gonna hold off on making my pick right away.
Nope. I think the second one is Aldo's.
Ooh, that one's a little darker, ashier. I think that's the Aldo's.
Let's try number 3.
I'm thinking the third one's the Hampton Coffee Company, but let me try the first one again.
Wow, this is tricky. All right, hold on.
All right, so my final answers, I'm gonna say the first one is the Hampton Coffee Company, the second one is the Aldo's, and the third one is Northfork Roasting Co.
I think this is from Hampton Coffee Company. I think this is from Aldo's, and I think this is from Northfork Roasting Company.
D?
C.
I defeated you.
Good job, Grant.
All right, thank you. That was a very easy question, so I'm sorry you got it wrong.
say.
Maybe you need to study a little more
I
about
guess so.
coffee.
I'll get back to the books on that.
Early wine was started in 2003 by Helmut Gangl, who is an Austrian winemaker. and a good friend of the McCary family. So Helmut had an idea of a wine that he made in Austria that he calls young wine. He figured it would be a great fit with the Chardonnay that we grow here to make this style of wine. So that's kind of when it started in 2003, and now this year's the 16th vintage of early wine. Early wine's unique because we pick it much earlier than our normal Chardonnays. We pick it when we would pick for sparkling normally. The other thing that makes it unique is that we bottle it during harvest. So it's usually less than 2 months between harvest and bottling, which is a really, really fast turnaround time for a wine. Our normal estate Chardonnay, which is stainless steel fermented like the early wine, it's 6 to 9 months before we bottle it, where this is less than 2 months. When we pick early wine, the sugar level is a lot lower than a normal pick, and the acid level is really high, especially the malic acid content, which is the same type of acid you find in apples. So that's what gives the early wine a lot of its green apple character. What we do is we ferment the wine and stop the fermentation early so it has a little bit of residual sugar, which balances that acid. So it makes it really refreshing.
One of the reasons that I love the early wine and makes it so unique is because it's Chardonnay. And out of the 30, 40 some odd wineries out here on the North Fork, I don't think anybody makes a Chardonnay quite like it. This is definitely one of our highly anticipated wines. Every year, it's kind of funny, like I'll be one of the first people down on the bottling line, actually grabbing wines from the bottling line to sell. People are always kind of clamoring for the release and asking me, 2 to 3 weeks out before it's even released, when's the early wine coming, when's the early wine coming? So restaurants, wine shops, customers all over kind of always asking for it, which is really exciting. The early wine is actually the only bottle that does have the harvest, bottling, and release date. People say, what's early wine? Why is it called early wine? And it's really cool to be able to flip over the bottle and show them why we call it early.
When people taste early wine, a lot of people don't realize it's Chardonnay. It's a lot more floral and aromatic. It almost seems like a Riesling in the glass. And then that little bit of sweetness is something that you don't get from a typical Chardonnay. It's a wine where people come in the tasting room and say, I don't drink Chardonnay, and we'll have them try early wine and they love it because it's so different than a normal Chardonnay. A lot of times people, they think of the winemaker, but there's tons of people helping make the wine. This wine celebrating the harvest, it also celebrates our teamwork, and a lot of times we get people from around the world coming to help make the wine. Every year we take the first bottle off the bottling line and we all sign the bottle, and a lot of times it's people from around the world who are coming here to work the harvest. So we keep all those bottles lined up to remind us of who is here every year and who is helping make the wine that year. And I think this wine kind of, more than any of the other ones, it's like a kind of a special thing for us to celebrate who was here, who helped that year, and what stories came to be during that harvest. So it's pretty cool. It's a really awesome feeling when you know that people are asking for something and they're waiting for it, and it makes it really exciting for everyone. And it's got a really special story, and I think everyone who works here really feels a special attachment to early wine.
So Nicolette's for the Home is a family business, my family business, that started 44 years ago. The business started as a garden nursery and developed over time into what was a gift shop, and now into what it is today, which is all home decor, and now more recently interior design, and then kitchen and bath design. We opened here in Southold in August 2018, and with the opening we showcased the kitchen that was designed by Amanda Giuliano, who has been in the industry for 15 years. She's our lead kitchen and bath designer. One of our favorite spots to style and restyle is the coffee bar that Amanda designed for us. It's one of the spots that our customers come and stop at and stare at and get a lot of inspiration. So we're going to restyle it today for the holidays. This is our coffee bar area that Amanda designed for us. Kaylin is here in Southold. She's one of my stylists, and together we've came up with a little cute farmhouse look. We know everybody's style is different. Oftentimes the way we decorate for our customers always have the same feel. We like things to look balanced. We like things to have a story, a color story, a certain theme.
So this is by far my favorite room to style. So this is going to be a farmhouse holiday look, and we're going to start with a really pretty garland that we have. So the first thing you want to do, we're going to work outside in. So we're going to start with our height. We picked some really cute buffalo check canisters. They're going to go really good with our farmhouse look. So this is a kitchen. So really we really wanted to showcase that it is a functional design. So we have some bowls and some mugs. You really want to make sure that you're balancing out the color, otherwise it's more, it's a little too alarming when it's all just on one side. And that's pretty much what we have for our top shelf. It's not crazy crowded. Oftentimes I think people clutter up their spaces with a lot of knickknacks and stuff, but this look is really clean, but also, holiday can be a little overwhelming. There's like a lot of greens, and I think people tend to go a little bit overboard. So we really wanted to showcase that you can still have a clean look with the holiday decor as well.
One of our favorite things, and we feel that every coffee bar should have, is a tray. Any kind of tray, but this is our favorite, most popular two-tier tray.
It also does have to be functional, so we have some coasters. We're going to include some greenery. You really want to make sure you build up the back so that it's not just see-through.
We like to add a pop of color up against the black, so we thought this would be cute. The white, the red, up against the black wall. And now we start with some more layers. So we have this really fun little stool that everybody loves. Since it's kitchen, again, we're going to add some canisters to the whole look of it. They're functional, they can be used. Again, just some more objects, another little pop of color here and here.
And no coffee bar is complete without some baked goods.
A lot of our merchandise, while it's gifty and you can definitely find a gift for someone, we've noticed people are very much interested in their own homes looking beautiful for the holidays. It's exciting because a lot of times the stuff that we bring into the store will carry over all winter long, so you can get more life out of it. It's not just Christmas, it could be your winter decor, and we offer the styling services for that as well. We can come into people's homes, we can do it for them, or we can sort of just lead them into a certain direction with the stuff that we have. My favorite thing about this job, and I say it all the time, you have to love what you do and do what you love. And I get super excited about seeing something turn from nothing into something layered and really pretty.